America has never lacked food. But in 2025, millions of Americans have no place to buy it. Try finding a supermarket in Detroit, Baltimore, or St. Louis. You might not even realize when you cross into the next state. The American dream is no longer about a house with a white fence. Now it's about finding a store that stays open after 9 p.m. A USDA report says over 17% of American urban areas are food deserts. These are places with no nearby grocery stores or access to fresh food. It's a strange paradox. The economy looks like it's recovering, but people still struggle to buy food. Supermarkets are closing down, leaving empty buildings and broken signs. Why is this happening? Are supermarkets no longer making profit, or is consumer trust disappearing? Right now, let's look at 10 American cities where supermarkets are closing fast. Don't be surprised if your city is one of them. Do you know what's worse than a bankrupt store? A store that used millions in taxpayer money before it vanished. Sunfresh Market once welcomed 14,000 customers every week. Now it's just an empty parking lot with a faded sign. What caused this collapse? The answer is not in the numbers. It's in the empty shopping carts and the quiet parking lots. This area used to be busy, but now security is weak and incomes have dropped. A store cannot survive if customers are afraid to visit. Does that sound familiar to you? Have you seen a store close down overnight near your home? Maybe you thought it was just renovation. But months later, only a few boards and a broken sign remained. Local reports say the store lost around $900,000 in its final year. Not because of bad management, but because there were few buyers and many thieves. Security costs became higher than profits. Even with more cameras and police patrols, customers stayed away. In some places, selling food has become riskier than selling gasoline. People drive 20 minutes just to buy milk or bread. It's a short drive, but a long journey of lost trust. A local once said, "Stores here don't close because of no customers. They close because we're afraid to go out." When a community must choose between safety and dinner, it's a tragedy. It's not just an economic issue anymore. Is this the future of Kansas City or warning for other cities? If a strong middle-class city can't keep a supermarket, what about smaller towns? Maybe this isn't just about stores closing. It's about an America slowly shutting the doors once open to everyone. If the supermarket near your home disappeared, would you move away or drive further? If Kansas City is the heart of America, then San Francisco is the brain. But even in this rich tech city, people must drive far to buy vegetables. The Bayview Hunters Point area once had a big supermarket. Now the building stands empty with graffiti and torn billboards. The USDA calls it a low-income, low-access zone. A polite way of saying, food desert, in a high-tax city. Wealthy neighborhoods have Whole Foods and organic markets. Poor areas only have liquor stores and tiny corner shops. Renting space is so expensive that stores must sell thousands of items daily to survive. If a car gets stolen, the store loses profit for the whole month. This is called a bubble economy. The GDP looks strong, but nearby neighborhoods lack basic food options. Seniors in Bayview take 2 buses and spend hours just to buy milk. In a city once seen as the future of humanity, people can't buy cheap eggs. It's a sad joke but also a harsh truth. Progress is not for everyone. Those who built the city are now left behind, watching stores close forever. This isn't just about San Francisco. It's a mirror showing 2 Americas, one shopping online and one struggling for meals. How can the richest city in the country have the poorest food access? Is this the future for other cities too? Next, let's drive to Detroit, Michigan. Detroit once echoed with the sound of machines and factories. Now, silence fills the air and parking lots are empty. As the auto industry collapsed, grocery stores also disappeared. People lost jobs first, and then lost access to food. It became a domino effect of decline. Many parts of Detroit are now food deserts. You can find abandoned factories easier than working supermarkets. Some residents travel over 5 miles just to buy eggs or milk. Detroit once called itself the city that built America. But today, people count coins to buy food. Large chains left because profits fell and security costs rose. Only a few small stores remain, and even those are expensive. People joke that in Detroit, you need to drive to eat. But gas costs more than groceries. It's a dark kind of humor hiding deep pain. Poverty and division feed each other like a never-ending loop. No buyers mean no stores, and no stores mean more poverty. Detroit still wants to rise again. But what's the point of rebuilding factories when no one can buy dinner? The streets now look like a museum of the past. People miss the normal feeling of walking to buy food nearby. In Detroit, that has become a luxury. Our journey doesn't stop here. If the machines have stopped in Detroit, in Chicago people are trying something new. Chicago is now testing a bold idea: government-owned supermarkets. It sounds strange, but it's true. When major chains like Walmart and Whole Foods left poor areas, the city stepped in. Officials said, if private companies won't do it, we will. In recent years, more than 6 major stores have closed on the south and west sides. Residents didn't just lose food access. They lost faith in their own neighborhoods. They looked toward downtown with its bright skyscrapers. Then they look back and see broken signs and boarded doors. One resident said, to buy vegetables, I must cross 3 dangerous areas. Shopping feels like surviving. That's why the city plans to open state-run grocery stores. It sounds like something from history books about the Soviet Union. But it's happening in the heart of America in 2025. Can a government with debt-run stores better than billion-dollar corporations? And if these stores fail, who will pay for it? Commentators joked, if the city runs supermarkets like Subways, bring your own food. People laughed, but they were also worried. Because here, people need more than food, they need hope. Maybe the government wants to send a message, we still care. But trust cannot be scanned at checkout. Chicago stands at a crossroads between a broken market and risky government control. Whatever happens, it's the citizens who will feel it first. People who just want a normal dinner in an abnormal time. Leaving Chicago, we continued our journey south. A place without white snow, but full of heat and pressure for growth. That's Atlanta, Georgia, a city growing fast, but struggling with basic needs. The population is rising every year, but grocery stores are not keeping up. New homes appear everywhere, yet food stores are miles away. Many families must drive long distances just to buy milk or bread. People move to Atlanta for a better life, but face daily problems instead. The population grows twice as fast as the national average. Yet, the number of supermarkets keeps dropping every year. Over 40 new neighborhoods have no grocery store within 5 miles. It may sound small, but it changes everyday life completely. Imagine buying your dream house, only to drive 25 minutes for milk. That's the reality of Atlanta in 2025: modern, rich, but unbalanced. Big grocery chains say they won't open new stores here anymore. Rent is high, labor is expensive, and people prefer to shop online. Online orders are easy, but they also kill physical stores slowly. It's a soft suicide of modern convenience eating itself. New suburban areas are now jokingly called gated food deserts. Kids grow up with pools but no memory of going to the market. Elderly people miss the friendly smile of a store cashier. Those with cars can buy food easily. Those without must pay delivery fees equal to dinner prices. So what's the point of development if people still struggle for food? Atlanta is teaching America that growth without planning is costly. If Atlanta faces this, imagine what happens to cities with no growth. Now let's move to St. Louis, Missouri. Here, everything feels slower, quieter, and emptier. Factories are gone, young people left, and stores are disappearing too. Incomes dropped by almost 10% in just 5 years. When people earn less, stores can't survive. Many neighborhoods have only small local shops with low-quality goods. For many, shopping feels like hunting now. They wait for discounts, hope for stock, and plan every trip carefully. One elderly man said, "I used to walk to the corner store. Now I need my son to drive me, only to hear, 'We're out of stock.' It sounds small, but it breaks the rhythm of daily life." For many middle-class families, shopping was a simple joy. Now it's a long trip, full of stress and disappointment. The elderly say every grocery trip now feels like a pilgrimage. Far distances, little joy, and less energy each time. Is anyone in power seeing this problem clearly? Or are they too busy counting profits while people count miles? St. Louis shows a slow, sad version of the American story. A place left behind by time, but still trying to stay alive. Now we head west to Las Vegas, Nevada, a city of lights and luck. People once gambled for dreams, but now they gamble for dinner. In 2025, the city of casinos faces food shortages in the suburbs. Over 7 major grocery stores have closed in 18 months. Most are in working-class areas where service jobs pay low wages. The city isn't poor, but the money is spent elsewhere on fun and luxury. In neighborhoods near the airport, supermarkets have vanished. People joke, "We live in a 24/7 buffet city, but can't buy bread at night." Behind that joke lies a real problem. Las Vegas is growing fast, but incomes are unstable. Supermarkets can't handle rising rent and labor costs. Now many families rely only on delivery services for food. But when deliveries fail, dinner becomes uncertain. Some retirees drive 25 minutes under the hot desert sun for groceries. Each trip feels risky with high temperatures and empty gas tanks. A reporter said, "Two things are rare in Vegas now: open stores and free slots." Everyone laughed, then went quiet. Because they know the truth: this city is rich, but in the wrong way. The Strip is brighter than ever, but nearby streets are darker and hungrier. It's the same city, but two different worlds. Next, we travel east to Baltimore, Maryland. A city of red bricks, old markets, and disappearing hope. Once known as the Harbor of the East, now it's losing its local stores. Major chains like Giant and Safeway have left inner Baltimore. West Baltimore, once a lively cultural hub, is now a food desert. Over 25% of residents live far from fresh food. Imagine being old, without a car, and needing to buy groceries. The nearest store is 2 kilometers away, buses are rare, and streets unsafe. So many settle for cheap canned food instead of fresh meals. Baltimore has resources but lacks investment. People move to suburbs, leaving behind empty streets and old houses. Fresh produce now costs more because of long delivery routes. Stores can't profit, so they leave too. This creates two Baltimores: one rich with choices, one poor and hungry. In poor areas, a banana costs the same as a Starbucks coffee. The city is losing its heart, the markets where people once met daily. When the market dies, the community loses its soul. Can Baltimore find its rhythm again, or is it fading forever? Now we arrive in Cleveland, Ohio. Once a proud industrial hub, now struggling with the same problem. In the 1990s, Cleveland had over 50 large supermarkets. Today, that number is half and most are in rich suburbs. The inner city is left with empty stores and "for lease" signs. The population has been shrinking for 20 years. Costs go up while profits fall, making stores impossible to sustain. One grocery owner said their security costs were higher than vegetable sales. Big chains left, and small shops tried to survive, but they couldn't. Now people either drive far to buy fresh food or eat canned goods. Driving costs gas, and cheap food costs health. Both are expensive. Cleveland didn't just lose factories. It lost people, hope, and the smell of fresh bread in the morning. Some old supermarkets have become recycling centers now. Machines still run, but they no longer serve human needs. If even Cleveland can't keep supermarkets alive, what about other cities? How long before other towns face the same silence? 9 cities, 9 stories, but one big picture. A country once proud of its prosperity is now filled with empty shelves. This isn't only about stores closing, it's about the fading heart of a nation. Where are we headed if buying dinner becomes a luxury? Is this just part of the normal economy, or a deeper silent crisis? Share your thoughts in the comments. You live this reality every day, not the news anchors on TV. If you found this story meaningful, please like and subscribe. We'll continue exploring the real struggles shaping modern America. Because understanding begins with conversation. And the future always starts with dialogue.